I track everything I eat. I measure everything. I track it on an app. I don't eat for pleasure. Hey, I finally got myself out of bed. It was hard. But I did it. Now, before I let the procrastination set in, I wanna get to the gym. I wanna get to the gym early today. I don't know why I get this feeling that today I wanna accomplish great things, but for that, I need my checklist cleared out, and that includes getting the gym out of the way because I skipped it the last couple of days. That way I can focus on the other things that I want to get done today, which I don't even know what they are, but I know that I need to get to them. So I guess you could say that today feels like a little bit more like I'm making up on things that I should have done in the past that I didn't get to. Maybe that's the theme of the day, making up for lost time. Sounds legit. And speaking of making up for lost time, you don't drink any of the coffee that you do not make. Well, you do not get any of the caffeine that you could have while you were asleep. So let's fix that.
Okay.
I forgot I'm making this to go. Delicious. I'm gonna need a quick bite too because I'm gonna need those carbs. So maybe like a little bit of oatmeal, a banana, some yogurt, and peanut butter. That sounds good. Crunchy peanut butter, of course, the best, the only. I track everything I eat. I measure everything. I track it on an app. I used to use, what was it called? My Fitness Pal. That's what I used for years when I had a coach. But then when I went coachless and by myself, I moved to another app called Macro Factor because it has a built-in coaching and nutrition side to it. It's complicated, so this helps. But yeah, I don't eat for pleasure. It's what works for me, This keeps me on track with my goals. Okay. I'm not gonna make you watch me eat. I just need a hoodie and I'm ready to go. Okay, so in terms of my workout, not that anybody cares, I am going to be doing a full body workout because that's just that, one of the greatest unlocks for me in my fitness journey has been realizing that full body workouts work great for me because if you live a very sporadic, unscheduled, busy life and you can't stick to a specific workout routine, missing a day at the gym, missing a workout, it's not that big of a deal when you're doing full body workouts. Because I know myself, if I skip a day on a typical upper body, lower body split, I know that if I'm gonna have to skip a day, I'm gonna skip leg day. That's just nature. It does not feel like you are actually missing something when you get back into it. Yeah, I'm here and I'm gonna do my workout and I'll catch up with you afterwards.
Married, open, single, broken. When we dance, it will be smoking. Buy me a drink. Bitch, buy me a drink. Dance all night. 'Cause I like your body. Hold me tight. Oh yeah. 'Cause I like your body. Music's right.
Oh man, that was a really fucking long workout. I really took my time with that one.
Dance all night.
I'm so glad I got that workout out of the way early in the day because it's usually around this time of year that I get really busy with work. The closer we get into December and into the holiday season, the more my time gets taken up by work. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cook because I'm starving and I want to cook. I'm gonna cook a bunch. I have some ground beef that I'm gonna brown so that I can have for the rest of the week or at least for a few days, so I don't have to cook again because I'm not gonna have time to do that. Yeah. Okay, so here is the plan with the beef. I'm gonna go with a sort of Korean-inspired seasoning, which is just things that I have. It's gonna be mainly soy sauce, ginger, brown sugar, and I think that's the main flavor profile that I'm going with. It's gonna include onions, garlic, what else? Sesame oil on top afterwards. Yeah, that sounds really good. Okay, I'm gonna show you how I dice an onion. I do not recommend doing this. You should not do it this way. It's very dangerous. But I don't like to use the cutting board. Cutting boards are for losers, and we're gonna dice the onion my way. Don't do it. Avocado oil. I only cook with avocado oil. Pay attention.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Look, it's not perfect, but it's edible. That's all that matters. Also, I came home to find out that the rice cooker has been running. Somebody was so thoughtful to make some rice for me to season. Not only that, but I came home and I found out that Marcus had started the, what do you call this? The crock pot. He started the crock pot. He's got a pot roast cooking in there with some pineapple seasoning, it looks like. So yeah, when he gets home, I'm gonna ask him about that. But yeah, great minds think alike. We're meal prepping, I guess. What else? Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do the beef, season the rice, and then that pot roast. Oh my god, for dinner, that's gonna be great. And it's a ton of meat, so that's gonna be like a whole week worth of meals. Love it, love it. Saving time. Saving lives, staying out of hangry territory, something like that. I don't know. All right, so we got the garlic, ginger, and onions cooking there. Let that cook for a little bit. Now I'm gonna add soy sauce and the brown sugar. Also, I'm gonna add a little bit of spicy something. This is probably like super chaotic, I know, but that's what we're going for. We're going for chaos in the kitchen, cook everything in sight, and enjoy it for the rest of the week. This ground beef comes from a farm cow that Marcus's parents actually raised. It is delicious. Okay, so Marcus is home, and I wanted to ask, what's the story with the pot roast here and the pineapple?
Well, I got this pork roast because it's cheap, protein, and I love Hawaiian pork. So what I was thinking was trying to recreate it and throw this thing in here with some onions and pineapple and some spices, and we'll see if we can recreate a smoked pig in a pit, something like that.
So plot twist, it's a pork. It's pork. I didn't know that. I thought it was just more of the pot roast beef.
No, just pork. Pork is just cheap this time of year because no one eats it for Christmas.
I'm sure it'll be great. We're just such cooking heroes today. We're the meal prepping heroes today.
Are we?
Yeah. All right, so while the beef is cooking on the stove here, I'm gonna start seasoning the rice that Marcus was so kind to put in the pot for.
And look at this. You see, he told you no one does the dishes.
I did the dishes for my video. The seasoning that I like for my rice is very simple, is more Japanese style, so I go for salt, of course, mirin, which is corn syrup? Rice vinegar, and some sesame seeds. Beautiful.
Yummy.
All right, there we have it. All the beef that I could find and all the rice that we could find cooked in one session. But that amount of beef should last probably, I'm gonna take a wild guess and hopefully not jinx it. It should be about 8 meals total, plus the what's it called again? That's probably another 4 to 6 meals, I would say. So that should cover the whole week. All right, but that's not the end of it. Like, that's the preliminary work necessary to make lunch. Now I'm gonna make a rice bowl. So rice, meat, I'm gonna soft boil a couple eggs, I'm gonna saute some veggies, throw on top some avocado too, and that's the actual meal. Are you gonna say something?
Yeah, I think, why would you spend all this time doing this? Why would you take your Sunday and put all this work into it? I think there's a key there. You know, why do you invest time in this?
It's not that deep. I have the time now. I should be making use of my time so that I don't have to waste it later during the week every day making lunch and dinner.
No, because fat boys will go through a drive-thru if you don't have an option to eat. You got to have in your mind, there's food waiting for me at home. So skip the drive-thru. I've heard.
I'm sure he has a point.
I love it. Can we eat?
That's my bowl, actually. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, look at it. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Look, you may not like me, you may not like the video overall, but if you like this freaking rice bowl, give the video a thumbs up for it, because it deserves it. I think it deserves it. Wow. That rice bowl was just delicious. And to think that I'm gonna be having that for lunch every day this week. That is the power of meal prep. And that's what it takes, you know, that's what it takes to, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna be in my studio for the rest of the day probably, but we'll check back on the pork later tonight. I'll let you know, because that's gonna take hours to cook, so I'll let you know.
I don't want you on my mind.
It's so nice to be back in my robe.
Outside, keeping me up all night. Then I'll be alright.
Anyway, let's check on that pork. It's been, I wanna say, at least 6 hours. So hopefully it is nice and tender, falling off the bone.
Keeping me up all night. Then I'll be
Okay, so it's cooked, nice and tender. I think what I'm gonna do is like break it up real quick in the pot, mix it real well with the pineapple and whatnot, and then eat, because I'm hungry again. Yeah, I think that's it for this one. It was kind of an odd one, I think. A lot of cooking. I guess it's good to try new things every now and then. So yeah, thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please consider subscribing so that you don't miss the next one. And unless you are all caught up, go watch previous videos. There's tons of them. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I will see you on the next one. Bye.
want you on my